An emergency stop Park Talk Radio podcast has been activated. Then on the broadcast, we'll return shortly.
Oh yeah, we're back with another E-Stop Emergency Stop podcast from Park Talk Radio. This is Brandon. We'll be quick in and out. E-Stops, they come out with new information that is breaking or newly breaking or has broken recently, and we go through it together in a quick format, censored, nice, easy, digestible listening show for you. Bill Brandon here, as again, Park Talk Radio, across all social media at Park Talk Radio, and you also got Park Talk Radio on all your podcast platforms. We'd love to have you subscribe and listen on all your possible venues. Give us a call, 407-490-2220. Text messages also work, and we want to bring you in for the full experience across social media, Instagram, TikTok, and the such. Content creator Brennan got the goods for you. Today, E-Stop, we're talking about two subjects for it that were recently fully revealed. Universal Horror Unleashed, the year-round haunt available at Las Vegas's Area 15, and that the virtual queues are going the way of many dead, long-gone attractions, soon to include Muppets. They're going bye-bye. They are gone and are actively now on standby. Well, let's start first with Universal Horror Unleashed. A little quick reminder what this bad boy is. It's an upcoming 110,000 square foot Halloween-themed attraction, being one of the anchor tenants for the Area 15 immersive entertainment zone. 110,000 square foot, 2.5 acres for you, just to give you an idea of what this is. Again, this is located outside the strip of Las Vegas at Area 15. And we'll talk about that in a little bit from here. But they announced the grand opening date for Horror Unleashed. That will be August 14th, 2025. Now, this horror experience was not fully revealed into what would be inside, but they started construction back in 2023, near the end of the year in October, walls being erected back in December 2023, and then permits started coming out and other pieces were slowly released. Now, this will be the first ever year-round attraction presented by Universal Creative, Universal Destinations and Experiences, NBC, Universal Comcast. And inside, you will find 4 different haunted houses available through this experience. The first being Universal Monsters, of course, a classic. This will have your good old boys, Wolfman, Frankenstein, The Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Bride of Frankenstein, and The Invisible Man, more than likely. Universal Classic Monsters is a pretty popular house that is shown nearly every year for the past several years at Halloween Horror Nights, both Orlando and Hollywood. I foresee this being a great addition, a real crowd pleaser type of house, and something that will fit in quite well. And, with Dark Universe opening at Epic Universe here in May of this year, it just all kind of flows. We got our homegrown talent, the good old fellas that are Universal Classic Monsters. The second house is going to be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is no stranger to Halloween Horror Nights or being added to the lineup across the years at both parks. Hollywood just had a Legend or Legion or Capturing of Leatherface this past year, 2024, that went through all the different Texas Chainsaw iterations and put them into one great big mashup house. And we've seen it several times before here on the Orlando side. Now, I'm guessing that Universal and the intellectual property that is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, owned by Vortex Inc., they're on good standing. And for it to be added here at the Las Vegas event must have been getting some great guest feedback for the most recent iterations, or there's a huge clamoring, or Texas Chainsaw just happened to be cheaper than Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, or any of your other classic slashers. Now, they could have easily put Child's Play Chucky, as they are one of the majority stakeholders, if I'm understanding correct, Universal saying. So it's a little interesting that we got Texas Chainsaw. Understandably, I can say on the other side, a little easier to pull off a house when the guy is 6'6" and not a 2-foot tall doll. Should be good, does not go much beyond saying, hey, we have Texas Chainsaw. We have this guy. Doesn't depict any sort of particular film, does not elaborate on which version we're getting. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you're going to have some great chainsaw effects. Now, while this is an indoor building, do not expect the smells and the actual chainsaw. Just the big boys holding a long bladey, guys, and hitting a trigger for the sound. Third, Scarecrow the Reaping. Now, this is the third iteration of this original house, first debuting in 2017 at Universal Orlando, one of my favorite houses of all time. True, genuine fear I felt while going through this one. Had a immaculate run, end of the night that year, where I was the only one in the house. Super, super, super good. They also did a version of it over in Hollywood, and seeing that it's here in Las Vegas now, debuting this year, I'm not all too surprised. Now, I don't imagine this will be a 1-to-1 scale or copy replica of the previous versions, Orlando Hollywood, but this will be a great addition here. Now, if you've not been able to witness or experience Scarecrow the Reaping quite yet, let's say that the farmers made a bad deal with the wrong guy and the fields are taking back what they've created for them. Scarecrow's coming to life, scaring the bejesus out of you. Finally, and this may be a little too late, a Blumhouse property, which Universal, I believe, also owns, The Exorcist: Believer. We had this house at Orlando, and I'm pretty sure Hollywood. Great house. I mean, great maybe be a little bit of a stretch, but an excellent house. Really good house that definitely came in way better than the film. The film was quite awful. And we're resting upon to be doing said house in this Las Vegas event. House is good. It's a well-known property. Could be great for the guests. Fortunately, as with Horror Nights, as it comes and goes each year, now this one probably won't come and go within a year, they have the flexibility and opportunity to make each house as limited or as long as they want to be a featured house. And again, to draw guests in time and time again to come visit Las Vegas. And while they're visiting Las Vegas, hey, come off the strip a little bit down the road, about 10 minutes away from your big guys. You can come check out Horror Unleashed. Those are your 4 houses. Now, not only do you have your houses, you will have several other areas of entertainment, food, drink, and shopping. Of course, you got to get your shopping in. So let's get into those other pieces and then tickets, and we'll jump into the second category today. So a little bit first up is the concept art. From what we can glimpse from here, first is a warehouse looking concept. Maybe this is the entryway. There's a little standee that says get tickets here. You can see all this on universalhorrorunleashed.com. Pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns glowing about, blood spattered containers, and targets along with it. And that is accompanied by the tagline, horrors don't just live in haunted houses. Just like any good Halloween Horror Nights event, the horror is everywhere. Scare zones, shows, and other places of terror. In between each haunted house, there'll be 4 fully immersive entertainment areas, each with its own unique live horror experiences. There's going to be scare zones or entertainment of sorts, maybe a mini show, a mini sideshow event. They could go back to the old days of the Carnival of Carnage or Carnival of the Midway or Midway of the Bazaar, they called it way back when, and just have great acts you can walk by, look at, and say, oh crap. Alongside, you'll be decadent food and drink offerings in select areas. And that brings us to the next concept art. We see an aerialist flying through the air, a long bar as well as several bar stools, and then a couple of 4-tops. Jack the Clown and Chance are up on top doing a small show of entertainment. And based on permits and filings, there should be a full sit-down restaurant as well as a tribute store equivalent for your shopping needs. So all this is wrapped up, packed up, and ready to go for a mini Halloween Horror Nights experience running year-round that you can come in. You can try it all, get those cool exclusive foods, juicy, exclusive drinkies, and check out some of the great immersive horror that Universal can pull off inside a gigantic warehouse building where it's completely AC, no walking around the muggy nights of Orlando or the hot-filled evenings in Hollywood. You get to go inside 4 different houses: Universal Monsters, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scarecrow the Reaping, and The Exorcist Believer inside Area 15. Tickets for this experience, a little interesting, based on what are shown on the website. There are 3 different ticket options. There's the general admission local discount, which means you must be a resident of the Nevada Entertainment District, and the unlimited ticket. These tickets start at $69 plus tax for the general admission and that means you get to go through each haunted house one time for the selected date. You must pick the date you're going, and as of right now, you must pick the time. Brennan and I have secured tickets for opening day, August 14th, for 2 p.m., the earliest you may get in. Those tickets cost $79 or $89 each. Let me see. Let me check. We'll do a live read here from Universal Horror Unleashed. Let's get those tickets. Forgot to say at the top of the show, we're recording on February 26th, Thursday. General tickets, enter each haunted house once, enjoy one-time general admission access to each haunted house, each with their own terrifying story. So as of right now, on opening day, they are $89 a ticket. And that $69 ticket figure does not even come into play until November after Halloween. They're opening right before the big Halloween season kicks off September. That'll run through September and October, and then November you'll see those lower ticket prices. And as of right now, all entry times are still available, 2 p.m. again being your earliest. The Nevada resident ticket gets you a couple dollars off, $10 off the ticket for the same day. Again, one-time entry per house guaranteed. And then the unlimited access allows you, as the ticket would make you think, enjoy unlimited access to each haunted house. You get to go as many times as you want. Those are currently sold out for Thursday and Friday, the earliest being Saturday the 16th. These tickets start at $99. However, unlimited is only available at the lowest price of $119. $119 until November again, with Saturdays growing between $129 and $149 right now. So if you're interested, I would grab your tickets while you can and be sure to log those dates while they are available. Now, Area 15, where this anchor tenant will be located, is an experiential retail and entertainment complex located 10 minutes off the strip of Las Vegas, Nevada. And what is available here, you can see there'll be many, many other pieces that you can attend. Now, as one can expect, everything is going to cost additional for Area 15. And you can do that with either individual or a pass of sorts to get in, where you can buy a ticket and see many things. They have level 2 through level 4. Level 1 gets you 9 experiences, 15, 17 plus the Meow Wolf Omega Mart, which to my understanding is a huge deal. I was very excited. And then the top level gets you all experiences, and those prices will be beginning from level 1, starting at $32, and all the way up to starting at $160 for that tier 4. Now, what you can do, there's an Asylum Bar, a Bot Breach VR game, Brainstorm Oracle Reading, Laser Maze, Obstacle Course, Liftoff Observation Skyride, Museum Fiasco, Light and Sound Spectacle, Origin Quest, a scavenger hunt inside the party house of Area 15, Wink World, a psychedelic art experience, AR Dodgeball, Duck, Dip, and Blast, and many, many others. Tickets will depend on what access you get to. Level 4, of course, gets you everything. Level 1 gets you majority of what I said. You're just missing out on some VR, Zipline, and the Omega Mart if you do not get those tickets. All that said, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to another Horror Nights opportunity and cannot wait to check this out on August 14th. Be sure to follow along, as always, Park Talk Radio for all your updates. There should be more, as well as including the food, drink offerings, the shopping, and if there's anything else Horror Unleashed may have for us in the future. Switching over to our second topic to make sure this e-stop's a little bit packed for you. As teased in the last episode, Walt Disney World had announced standby queue opening date for both Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Disneyland Resort has come off standby a while ago for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and starting what was actively yesterday, February 25th, Tiana's and Guardians of the Galaxy came off virtual queue, meaning guests can now enjoy, while visiting Walt Disney World, both Tiana's Bayou Adventure, TBA, and Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy, via the standby queue or Lightning Lane. As always, Lightning Lane are subject to availability. The virtual queue is not even an offer at this point. It's just standby and Lightning Lane like all traditional rides. Back when Tron was also on virtual queue, it has all since then gone to standby back in September of last year. That being said, as of yesterday and continuing on, these two attractions will have virtual queue no longer offered. Disney did state that virtual queues continue to be helpful with the launch of popular attractions and the debut of new experiences and offerings, so we may use them again from time to time for select experiences in the future. So get ready. Hope you don't miss virtual queues that much, because they are still going to be a piece of Disney's future. With preparation and the quick announcement where this was announced on February 18th, February 25th, 26th was the day for virtual queues to be defunct. An extended outdoor queue was set up for the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, where they added additional permanent and temporary stanchions and included the installation of many blue park umbrellas to help shield the guests from both torrential downpour and the sun, which seems to be a popular thing out here in Orlando. So those were added. These outdoor umbrellas and stanchions were added to accommodate the long queue times and a mass of people that want to enjoy this attraction. Even with virtual queue, it can get backed up and you would see the queue of people going outside the building. There's not a lot of internal queue space for Guardians of the Galaxy, and adding this is going to be some sort of stopgap, but they still anticipate quite a backup for this particular attraction. Secondly, they added stanchions inside the Guardians Cosmic Rewind pre-show ahead of this standby debut. Retractable stanchions were added to the queue just outside the last pre-show room, where you have Terry Crews and he does the thing, and the walls shoot up and people rush to the door. On the other side of that door, stanchions have been set up to help weave and direct guest traffic, again, to maximize the space and to funnel you properly and direct foot traffic towards loading area. Notably, this area causes pushing and shoving, along with occasional backups with those ever so excited guests. These stanchions hopefully will provide some slowdown and ensure people will not get bottlenecked and be filing into single file prior to boarding. There's also a new cast member location. They're standby and observing, making sure no one's getting themselves in trouble. And so far, it's only been a day and a half, 2 days almost. Let's go into how the first day of operation was for these newly non-virtual queue attractions. Cosmic Rewind celebrated its first day of offering a standby queue by hitting a wait time of 170 minutes by 9:24. Now, you have your early entry with the premium deluxe hotels, and then you also have Epcot opening up at 9 a.m. Within 24 minutes, hitting Hagrid times. This thing, Cosmic Rewind, 170 minutes, just short of 3 hours of queue. So your queue started way out front, looped around the Nova Corps Star Blaster ship that's out front. They even opened up backstage areas to allow guests to wait in an extended queue. Though, however, a few minutes later, the queue dropped to 135 minutes. And then later in the day, you saw the queue jump fall even further to 85, 75, just under 60 throughout. So initial excitement, people rushing to go get in, especially with those rope drop rides that are considered worth running to or quickly walking. No running allowed in the parks. Sucker hits it quick, and we saw wonderful cast members get people through the experience of opening day. Now, flip side, we haven't talked too much. There wasn't more addition to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This is still a lengthy queue as it was Splash Mountain. Tiana's Bayou Adventure wait time got to 20 minutes on opening day. It had a delayed opening for the morning of standby day, initially listed at 45 minutes, and then quickly dropped down to 20 minutes. Now, it was a little cool out on standby day, opening day of 60 degrees or so. However, this Bayou Adventure, still virtual queue runs out. People are still excited. It did not get much higher than 20 minutes throughout the day. And in closing, a full tracking of it for our standby queue opening days. Again, Tiana opened up after a delayed opening for 45 minutes, then dropped to 20 minutes, then went up to 40, back to 25, up to 40, 35, 55, 50, 60, 65, and then down to 25 until it closed down due to technical difficulties and no longer reopening. On the flip side, Cosmic Rewind jumped up to 170 for opening, then 135, down to 60, fluctuating between 50 and 60 until the evening hours as it went between lunch and dinner, and then after dinner rush hours to 70, 75, and 85 minutes. People were worried, concerned, oh no, I'm never going to get on Cosmic Rewind. Virtual queue is the only way I can experience this attraction. Does not seem like it. I mean, if you're willing to wait an hour or two, you can definitely get on. Tiana's no more than an hour. That will spike as the temperatures consistently get warmer here in Orlando. However, I don't foresee you not going on these particular attractions if you're so inclined. Especially over at Epcot. If you're not going around the world and being a degenerate, you got nothing else to wait for at this time. Because Test Track's closed, Mission Spaces, whatever. The Three Caballeros, boat rides closed, Frozen, always long, Ratatouille, always long. Cosmic Rewind's the only thrill ride in there, baby. Now, East Top. It wasn't the most exciting news, but it was news nonetheless, and I thank you for joining me. I'll be back with you with another full-length episode dropping tomorrow, Thursday. As mentioned in the last episode, 45. We're going to be changing a format. Be just me, unless I can get Dave in. He's a busy boy. And I'll be able to provide you smaller chunked format with more focus. It won't be as long, but it'll also have a consistent release date of between Tuesday and Thursday each week. I need those Mondays to recover and get some good content down to your ears. So be sure to follow us at Park Talk Radio, all socials. Brennan does a great job, so make sure you take care of her. Park Talk Radio, all podcast lanes. And our phone number, 407-490-2220. We want to hear about your park visits, what you got to talk about park, and anything else you may want to jump in and correct me as we go along. A lot of cool stuff. Next episode's focusing on Universal, and in good time, this weekend, team member previews are starting for Universal Epic Universe. I hope I can talk to someone soon and see what they got for us. Thank you all so much. Take it easy, be cheesy, and I'll see you in the park.